I remember when Heath came in and we shot the first take on that first scene, and I remember looking at him thinking, that's really good. That's really good. I'm a guy that has a pretty good time on everything I work on. I enjoy being on sets. I enjoy collaborating with people and fellow actors, and I enjoy all of that. But I've said this an awful lot in the last year and a half, that this experience of working with Robert on here, I put this right up there. You know, I loved working with Ridley Scott on Black Hawk Down. That was I'll never forget that experience. Or Wolfgang Peterson on The Perfect Storm. I really enjoyed these guys with just real vision and calm and kind people. And Robert, I put that right in that group for me.
Hands up!
But I'm the wrong man.
It's a Robert Rodriguez film. Robert's going to direct it, he wrote it. I didn't even have to read the script. I'm already interested. The whole world is so fascinating about hypnotics and about what Robert was, what the story is all about. You know, it's fun when you read something, and even while reading it the first time, you're not quite sure, like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And the twists and the turns, and you know, when you read something and it's fun to read it, it's a lot of fun to play that too. I've said it a million times, you know, good scripts are fun to read the first time, but good scripts are even better to read the second time and a third time. And I felt reading Hypnotic, it just, every time I read it, there's something else that I got from it about, you know, a subtle thing that's happening with these characters in this world and who they are and why they are. You can't ask for more than that. People, you know, film-wise, television-wise, I did a series called Prison Break about 15 years ago. Since streaming came along, more people watch Prison Break now than they did when the show first came out. So there's kids that are like 15, 16 that'll go, hey man, I loved you in Prison Break. And I'm like, and you weren't even born when we made this. But I would say that one little scene in the beginning of Dark Knight or Armageddon, you know, I get people to go, hey man, I want to shake the hand of the man of the, you know, the bravest, whatever that line is. I didn't know Chris Nolan, and Chris was a very good friend of a friend of mine. So I talked to Chris on the phone, and he told me he was going to make this film called The Dark Knight, and he asked me if I would play this one scene part in the beginning. I'm such a fan of his, and I read the scene and I said, sure. But what I remember about it is that, again, Chris, just so calm, so clear. But what I really remember about shooting that scene is when we did the first take with the Joker, when Heath came in. I'd never met him before, and I'm such a fan of people that really find characters. I like that. And I remember when Heath came in and we shot the first take on that first scene, and I remember looking at him thinking, that's really good. That's really good. And he was so quiet, so focused. But I knew it then. I knew when we shot it. I'm like, that's for one actor to another, man, you really found that guy.